This is Ronan, Rocky Mountain Pro Superstar and professional wrestling's only true vampire, and you are listening to RMP Radio, where pro wrestling is elevated.
RMP Radio is back on the air. Hi, I am your host, Mr. Fourth Row, and joining me once again back on the show, I've got Katie. Katie, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Looking forward to the great weekend, but also the stressful weekend that is Milestone.
Oh yeah, but it should be exciting for all of our listeners. 2-day extravaganza, Rocky Mountain Pro, Milestone 11, Colorado Cup. Fantastic matches we've got lined up, and I guess we should probably just start right at the beginning. For Friday night, we've got highlighted the event by the Colorado Cup, as well as a few other matches probably on the card. So, Katie, you want to maybe tell the listeners what we have so far that we can announce for the first night of Milestone Weekend?
Yeah, we got the Colorado Cup coming up on Friday the 25th. It's going to be a heck of a show, as it always is. You know, the Cup started out a couple years ago as an attraction for Milestone, and then has since switched to its own event because it's gotten so massive.
How many people we got this time around? Do we have an official count?
I lost count at about 30.
Okay.
So probably over 30 people. I do know we got some surprises coming. We've got some. Titus has talked about it on Recharged and on Rewind, so I'm not spoiling anything, but yeah. We do have some former champions coming back. Some former Rocky Mountain Pro champions will be here and will be in the Colorado Cup. Some people you haven't seen in a while. Some people you have seen recently that are going to be surprising. It's going to be a fun time. The Cup is always a very fun event.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And just like you were alluding to, the surprises. So if I would say to the listeners that are listening to this, if you haven't decided to come, because there may be at least one person for you in that Colorado Cup that you'll pop for, because you'll be like, I haven't seen that person in such a long time. I'm so glad I came.
Well, and I can guarantee there are some people, we haven't seen in a couple months coming. There's a few names that I've seen that you haven't seen them in years. So I'm just going to leave it at that, because we got some big surprises lined up for Milestone or for the Colorado Cup.
Right.
One thing I'm looking forward to as well, as far as I know, he's not going to be in the Colorado Cup, but plans always change, is the Hall of Fame induction of Hoodlum.
Yeah, Hoodie. Yeah, that was I saw that got announced just a few days ago, and that's going to be exciting to see Hoodie back. And knowing him, he's going to raise hell anyway. So
Well, he's told us he's going to try to play nice. See what happens. But yeah, it's obviously well deserved.
Yeah.
When this was brought up to everyone's attention, it was a unanimous yes. That name popped up and everyone just went, yeah, that's a no-brainer to us. So that's pretty cool for us to be able to say, okay, Hoodlum is the next person in our Hall of Fame. So, and it's only got one other person in it right now. So that's high praise for all of us to him. Hoodie always knows, he's got a home here in Rocky Mountain Pro, and, that we've always appreciated everything he's done for us, not just in the ring, but behind the scenes as well.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that, if we could just kind of maybe talk about that a little bit. Of course, last year being how last year was, the first inductee, there was a special, very loving reason why he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Do you know, was it just the conversation was like, this is something we should start doing at Milestone? Is that something that came about, and that's why it's like, ooh, Hall of Fame, who do we pick? Is that what came about, how this came about? Do you know?
Yeah, it really was. We inducted the Wish Warrior Chad in a couple of years ago, and he was the first person, and it just felt right. RMP is always trying to be very charitable, and we love working with children. We love working with some of these organizations. So that was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But last year we had Milestone 10, and it just kind of, the world was the way it was, so it was kind of hard to do anything special for that. However, we thought, like, man, it's been 10 years. We've got to start highlighting these guys from the past. You go into our roster page, you look at the alumni, and it's a who's who of national stars right now. So we felt it was right time. It was the right place, and it was the right person in my mind for Hoodlum to be inducted. There were a couple names thrown around, some that I'm sure will probably be inducted next year. But yeah, it was the right time. Milestone 10, it was just an off time. It was hard to get anybody to come in, so we felt Milestone 11 was the perfect time.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really excited to see that this is going to be happening every year. It's going to be an extra little flair, extra little point for people, the fans, the RMP faithful, to be excited for Milestone every year. So, and what a great way to add, like I said, this particular time, adding a wrestler, somebody that's been involved, like I said, in many aspects for Rocky Mountain Pro through its a huge part of its history.
Oh yeah, and you look at like the Mount Rushmore of Rocky Mountain Pro, and Hoodie's got to be involved. Anyone who doesn't think is just fooling themselves. The man, he was in a steel cage at Milestone. He was, at Flaming Tables. The first ever tag team ladder match, the first ever ladder match we ever had. He was involved. Yeah. So you look at the accolades. There's no question that Hoodie is definitely a first rounder.
Yeah, and and I've told this story many times, and I'll probably tell it to many more times. But I think the first Rocky Mountain Pro, well, at the time it was right on the edge of being NRW. Went to the Nighthawk Brewery show. The Left Coast Guerrillas were in a match. They threw a keg at their opponents. It hit the guardrail there. I was at the guardrail, and I was like, this is some good stuff here. And that's what hooked me on Rocky Mountain Pro. So it's all their fault.
You seem to have that story a lot. You look at like highlight reels, and somehow Hoodie's always involved doing some crazy thing and jumping off something high.
Yeah, so true. Getting right back to the Colorado Cup. What other things the listeners should be excited for the kickoff night on Friday night?
I know we said the Colorado Cup. We've also got a couple great matches coming up that night. We have a couple that I'm really looking forward to. The Bearded Lady will be defending the Twitch Championship against Jumbo Zamora on the pre-show, so that's something to look forward to. But one I'm looking forward to, and I don't know if it's been spoiled. I don't know. I'm at this point, like let's give everybody the reasons to go. We're gonna have the first ever Dudes with Belts Dream Match at the Colorado Cup. Our buddies, at the Dudes and Belts podcast, they've been helping us out a lot. We've been helping them out a lot. Great time. They're actually going to be here this week. I think some of them are flying in today, actually. But we're going to start doing some dream matches. Those guys, they're fans first and foremost, and they love who they love. They don't like who they don't like, and so they asked us. We propositioned the idea of a dream match. You give us a match you guys want to see, and what we're going to do is these guys are going to now throw out some matches that they want to see. The fans on Twitch are now going to get to vote. And so not only the Dudes with Belts getting involved, but also the fans, the RMP faithful are going to vote for what match they want to see from these guys. Ooh. So the first one has been decided, and on Friday night, you're going to want to check this one out. In my opinion, it's going to steal the show. One-on-one for the very first time, Echo versus Atiba.
Oh. Rocky Mountain Dragon versus actions are greater than words.
Yes. So that could very well steal the show come Friday night, and I'm looking very forward to that one. That's awesome. And they're going to I'm guessing they're going to announce some more of the more of the matches throughout the week before we get into Friday. I think so. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what the teams got planned.
Okay.
I've kind of sequestered myself for the week.
You've got a lot to do, yeah.
So I'm trying to keep no distractions. So I've kind of locked myself. I don't even have the blinds open in my house right now. So the outside world does not exist until Friday night for me. But yeah, I do know that. I know we're gonna have some Lockettes action. Like I said, we have the Twitch title on the line, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's gonna be a good night, man. Like, and I'm looking through the list of people that I've been given for the Colorado Cup, and I asked them specifically, don't give me the entire list. Give me like the roster that we have that are going in. And you look at the names. You got Lipto, Damon Ace, Curtis Cole and Mercury are going to be involved. Severino Corrente, Brumock, Ronan, the J.K. Pop, Porter Blake's going to be involved. We've just got a who's who, and also including the Lockettes. I'm seeing the names Lola, Jem, Trinity, and Lilith. So this is going to be a very interesting match.
Right. Yeah. And, and just like we never know with the Colorado Cup, we never know who's going to win. We could have, elevated stars, no pun intended, from this. This is a big deal.
Oh yeah. You look at the past winners, you had Humphrey Jacobs the first winning it the first year. We saw what happened with his time here in Rocky Mountain Pro. He was a star and made it to the PWI 500.
Yeah, Mr. 495. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. 495. You also got other people. You look at like Filter was a winner one year. You had Johnny Zudo last year who won it and ended up main eventing Shucktober, which even Johnny admitted if it wasn't for the Cup, he may not have ever gotten to do that. So this is a big deal for everyone involved. Like, you're guaranteed a shot at the Rocky Mountain Pro title at Shucktober.
Right. Yeah, so it's going to be, I think everybody's going to go all out, give 110% in this match, because that goal, that prize, that brass ring is so tempting. It's so shiny.
Oh, yeah. It's a great match. It's going to be fun to call. It's going to be fun to watch. Me and Ty's joke about it all the time, but we're probably going to get caught watching a few times.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. What else do we have that we can announce for Friday night for the first night of Milestone weekend?
It's going to be a shorter night due to the Cup. The Cup, from what I'm seeing, that we currently have about 35, 36 people in the Cup. So you're looking at you're most likely an hour-long match alone. So that show is probably going to run about 2 hours with pre-show about 3 or 4. But nothing really has been put in stone other than, the dream match, the Twitch titles on the line, as well as the Cup and some Lockettes action.
Okay. And, and then whatever surprises come from the time that you and I are talking till Friday.
Right. Who knows who may show up? Who knows? We know Danger Dean will be here, so I'm sure he'll be in the Cup. So he's already made that public. He'll be here. So like I said, we've got some people coming, and Danger's not one of the surprises. So I'm not giving anything away by saying that.
Right. That's true, because it's already been posted, and it's fitting that Danger comes and visits us every Milestone.
Oh yeah. Dean is one of the people I've called Mr. Milestone for years. So you always look forward to seeing what Dean's got coming when he's here.
Right. Yeah. And then so for the Friday night, the event is on Twitch. Always everything's of course on Twitch, and it's free for everybody on Twitch. Correct?
It is.
For Friday night.
It is. Non-subscribers. It's Saturday will be the subscriber-only event. However, Friday night, if you want to check it out, it is free to watch on Twitch. If you are in the Denver area, you might as well come down and get a ticket, because it's going to be a good time. And we wanted to sweeten the pot a little bit when it came to Milestone and tickets. You were there at the last event at Bierstadt. It's held outside. It's a beautiful time, beautiful night.
Yeah, it turned out it was so nice. It was great. It wasn't hot. It was a nice Colorado evening.
But for some reason, we decided to book it during supposedly the hottest weekend of the month. So
yeah.
But it's going to be a good time. But and one thing we talked about, we were having worries about, was people are going to be buying tickets to come see the show. Well, there was a line of people all down the street watching this.
Yes.
However, that is going to be negated. People are still going to be allowed to do that. However, if you buy a ticket to the Cup or to the Milestone or to both, you're going to get a special perk. we have made posters that we are going to have the entire roster sign both nights. And anyone who purchases a ticket to the Colorado Cup or Milestone will be getting one of those autograph posters for free.
Awesome. That's great.
So, and that does include, which we just announced, I think yesterday actually. Not only will those be signed by the RMP roster and all the out of town talent, they will be signed by the Warlord of Weird, Sinbo D, who makes his Rocky Mountain Pro debut this weekend.
Right. Yeah, we've also got him visiting us this weekend for the shows and for seminar.
Yep, he will be here for a 2-day seminar, and he will be at the Cup and at Milestone. Just not sure what he's doing just yet, but I'm gonna leave that up to him. I'm not gonna tell Sin anything what to do.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's so true. Yeah. Oh great. Well, that's a great thing. So yeah, listeners, if you're in the area and you're doubting whether you want to come to the show, there's right there. And I think if I could be so bold, I think maybe myself and a dark presence may have had a little influence in getting that done. Had a little thought process and getting that ball rolling, maybe.
Oh yeah, without question. I've heard your name thrown a few times. Yeah, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give the fans their money's worth, and it's. We want everyone to watch the show, but we do believe that the fans who bought the tickets, the fans who spend their money, their hard-earned money on us to support us, deserve a little something special.
Yeah.
And it's the least we can do. After the show, obviously, our guys are there to talk to the fans, meet with the fans. We're not going to charge you extra money to do that. That's what we do. If it wasn't for the fans, especially as we found out this past year, if it wasn't for the fans, this place wouldn't be as special as it is.
Right. So true. Yeah. Great. Well, then, so we should then go the Big Daddy Milestone. Milestone 11, the first year of the 10th, the first year of the second 10 years of Rocky Mountain Pro. If kind of mungled that all up, but yeah, as Yaden was trying to say, this is we got the first 10 years, here's the next 10 years, so here we go. So that's going to be fun. What do we got going on there?
Man, we got some great stuff coming up. We've got the pre-show, which will be free on Twitch as well. We've got some great matches coming up. We've got I'm looking here, trying to figure out exactly what's going to happen. I do know the Pillars of Destiny will be back in action. So we've seen Hunter Gray recently, but we haven't seen Paul Titan in a while. So Paul Titan is making his Rocky Mountain Pro return during the pre-show, so make sure you check that out. And also I've heard that Dean wants to lay out an open challenge, so we'll have to see exactly what he's going to do.
Oh, great. That'd be fun.
And the main event, I can say, it is the Twitch Championship. It would only make sense that we show it on Twitch to the world. The Bearded Lady will be defending the Twitch title against Orin Veit, the number one contender, on the pre-show of Milestone.
Right. Well, that is, of course, if she gets past Jumbo the previous night.
That is true. We could be seeing Jumbo versus Orin as well. So it's going to be an interesting evening, but I'm looking forward to that. I've been a big fan of Orin's for the last several months. Got a chance to talk to him a lot this past weekend in Wyoming. And the guy's nuts. The guy's willing to put himself through a crazy amount of pain to win a match. So you can only imagine what he's going to do to the Bearded Lady.
Right. That's, yeah, so true. I mean, he's some of the matches he's had recently, with a lot of the talent in Rocky Mountain Pro, and now this gold being presented, to him for the chance to win it. I mean, only way to see it is to see what happens is to view it, to be in person or on Twitch.
And it will be very interesting. This is his first shot at RMP gold, and you look at the history, the likelihood of someone winning a title in their first opportunity in Rocky Mountain Pro is not good. So
yeah,
we'll have to see if Orin can break that curse, or if he's going to get stuck, left wanting at the end of the day.
Yeah, and knowing the Bearded Lady like we do, I don't think she's going to want to give that up so easily.
No, not without question. She's held that belt with an iron grip. Bud Bellflower's found ways to keep that belt in his camp, so we'll have to see what he's got for Milestone. I can only imagine what Mr. Bellflower, not only does he have in tune for Milestone, but also what the heck that guy's going to be wearing.
Yeah, so true. That's one thing to definitely be on the watch for during the show. Okay, so then so that's our pre-show, correct?
Yep.
And then we got the main show for Milestone 11. We've got a few championship matches that we've got, as well as any other matches that we can announce.
Oh yeah, we've got a plethora of matches we can announce. We've got some great stuff coming up. We do have the tag team championships is going to be on the line, as JK Pop will be taking on HGH, Filter, and Lipto. That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one. What else am I looking at? And I just got rid of my things. Sweet. Let me see here. We do know the match that was announced a couple weeks ago, Severino Corrente versus Atiba. They've had a long history, and hopefully looking to settle that score, but it's going to be in a last man standing match this time.
Right, yeah, from their last incident at Peak at the Pack. So this is just kind of building on top of everything that they have had in their history.
And we've seen what Severino Corrente can do when he's in an environment like that. We've never seen Atiba in an environment like that. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Atiba can pull out of himself, to take on a guy like Severino Corrente. Someone else who I'm looking forward to seeing what they've got to pull out this time is going to be Damon Ace defending the charge title against Ronan. Ronan's had that contract in his back pocket for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So we're waiting to see. He's finally cashing it in. He's taking on Damon Ace for that charge title, and I will have to see if Damon Ace is able to defeat Ronan with no help. I mean, J.K. Pop's in matches, Dustin Urich's in match. He's going to be by himself, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, and the mind games that Ronan has been giving towards Damon Ace all this time since he won that shot.
Yeah, he's been keeping that tight, close to the vest. Hasn't been saying what he's going to do, when he's going to do it, but he's got it now. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. And so, what else? I believe we probably also have a Lockett's championship match too.
We do. At the Peak of the Pack, Rochelle Riveter actually laid out the challenge, which is not common for a champion to do.
Yeah.
She laid out the challenge to Trinity. She wants Unholy Trinity. She wants to prove that Trinity is nothing special in this day and age, and that Rochelle Riveter is the Lockett's division.
Right, and I would suspect that Trinity has been there before, and she wouldn't mind doing it again.
Oh, without question, the first Lockett's champion, proud Lockett's, multiple-time Lockett's champion. We'll have to see if this new bit of persona, I guess you could say, for Trinity is going to take shape. We've seen not so much the ghastly figure that we're used to. It's been more of a human, almost humanizing of Trinity. So we'll have to see if that plays in her favor.
Right. Yeah, so true.
And also the main event, we got to talk about the main event. It's Dustin Urich, the longest reigning Rocky Mountain Pro champion in history, will be defending against the final boss, Bruce Waynes.
Right, yeah. Him winning that championship shot there at Peak of the Pack. So that was exciting, and anything could happen, like we said, way back when at the Peak of the Pack, and here's to prove it. Somebody that's been in Rocky Mountain Pro for a long time has held the Charge Championship, and I guess it's just time for him to see if he can get to be the final boss at the top of the mountain, the Rocky Mountain Pro champion.
Well, we'll have to see. We have a very few Triple Crown champions in Rocky Mountain Pro. Someone that's held the RMP title, the tag titles, and the charge belt. If Bruce can walk away with the title tonight, or not tonight, but come Saturday, he's going to put his name into that group as well. And there's only been, I believe, 3 at the point, so he could walk out number 4.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he'll be in a very elite club if he can pull that off.
Oh, yeah, very much. It's only been held by Ashburn, Curtis Cole, and Anaya. So that's quite the group to put yourself in.
Right, yeah, so true, yeah. All right, well, that's fantastic. So then, like we said, Twitch, this is going to be a subscriber only. So listeners, if you're listening to this, you don't have your Twitch subscription yet, if you're not in the area, or if you're in the area, do the subscription so you can watch it later. Then come down the show on Saturday, get your tickets, then watch the replay when you get home. That's the way I think about it, anyways.
It's two different ways to watch the show. So it's kind of cool to be able to do it live and then go back and watch it.
Yeah, because you never know if you're gonna miss something or get little great insight quips from yourself and Titus on the commentary. When it gets when it's all meshed together there on Twitch. So that's always that's the way, kind of the way, like I said, the way I look at it. It's great to see both those, and like I said, just see if you miss anything from the live experience, and get both those aspects, both those formats to your consumption.
No, 100%.
Yeah. All right. So, anything else that we should clue in the listeners to this fantastic weekend that we've got coming up for Rocky Mountain Pro for Milestone 11 weekend with Milestone 11 and the Colorado Cup?
No, it's going to be a good time. We've, like I said, we've got Sin coming out. We've got surprises galore both nights. It's going to be a fun night, or a fun weekend, I should say. It's going to start a brand new era of Rocky Mountain Pro. Me and a couple of the other production guys, we've been hard at work. Starting after Milestone, the episodes of Charge are getting essentially a soft reboot. We're going to have new graphics, new video styles, new everything. Like, everything is changing. So. Right. It's the start of a new era. You'll see a little bit of that this weekend. You'll see, a couple new things we're going to add that you're going to see moving forward as well. So it's a nice little taste of what the new RMP is going to look like.
Okay, fantastic. That's great. So that's definitely, I think, a great selling point that people should both, like I said, if they're in the area, both come to the show, both nights if you can, subscribe to Twitch. As well, if you're out of the area, definitely do that. Watch Milestone 11 on Saturday. I'm excited. I bet I know you're excited. I believe Titus is excited. I bet everybody's excited. I mean, this is going to be this is the like I said, this is the peak for Rocky Mountain Pro. Everything has been leading up to this for the whole year, and especially after the year that we all have had personally and professionally and wrestling. I mean, this is going to be a great way to celebrate and have some excitement that we, like you kind of alluded to, we didn't necessarily get to have last year because of the craziness of the world.
Right. Yeah. And there's a thing in wrestling where you don't want to say, oh, this is our version of this. This is our this. It's our this.
Right.
You don't want to compare yourselves to the other guys, which I get. It happens. But this truly is our WrestleMania. This is our Starrcade. This is something we work for every year, and it's not just, oh, this is a random show that we chose to have the big show of the year. That's not what we've done. This is the anniversary of the company. This is 11 years strong that this company has gone, and we joke about it all the time. Matt and I do all the time about how this is the company you just can't kill, because people have tried, and we just won't die. It's something that we joked about with D'Lo Brown when he was out here, and he laughed too. He says, that's what draws people to Impact, is it just doesn't die, no matter what you do.
Right.
So, that's why he says, he feels a kinship with this company and with Matt, because he just won't let it stop. And there's a reason for that. You look at the guys on TV that we've produced. You look at the talent that, a guy like Atiba, who showed up in Wyoming this past weekend and wrestled on a GCW show simply because he was told, no, he's a good talent. He's worth having. And Atiba received a heck of an ovation before that show. And, GCW would be crazy not to have somebody like Atiba on their roster. So this is a company, and you and I talked this past weekend, or not this past weekend, the weekend before.
Right.
We after the show, we you saw me get a little emotional. Like, this is something I feel I'm good at. I'm not feeling I'm good at many things. I felt I failed a lot when it comes to broadcasting. But we just produced 250 episodes of a TV show that we have no right to be producing.
Right.
We produced, live pay-per-views, in front of hundreds and hundreds of people. We've wrestled at the Pepsi Center. Like, we shouldn't be able to do these kind of things, but we do, because the people who are here believe in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Right.
And the fans believe in Rocky Mountain Pro. So this is as much a love letter to that. And that's what the Colorado Cup is. It's a love letter to wrestling fans. It's which is why we're giving it to them for free. But Milestone, it's our celebration. It's our birthday. We're going to go all out for it.
Yeah. And, and kind of one of the things, if I could be so bold, and you're kind of also alluding to this Rocky Mountain Pro has everybody involved in front of the camera, behind the camera, whatever little part they do. Everybody has put a little piece of their expertise, their passion, and everything. You're going to be able to see that when it, going from, episode to episode to big event, and from, event to event, like where we're at now with Milestone, the big show, the big anniversary, something that's very, very special to the company. You're going to see that get paid off on this show. And just know, listeners, if you are going to be experiencing the show somehow, some way, that everybody that is involved in it, any which way or another, they put a little piece of themselves into this. And I guess what I would hope that they would do is that they enjoy it, they experience it, and they have a lot of fun with this show.
I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Fantastic. Well, I think that might be, like you said, right there. That's a great exclamation point to put on this. Hope get everybody excited, the listeners, for Milestone Weekend this upcoming weekend, Friday, Saturday, downtown Denver, the Beer Stop Lager House. Katie, before I let you go, remind the people what you've got going out there on the social media, but maybe not necessarily get in contact with you this week because you've got a lot going, but afterwards they can hit you up or follow you, that kind of stuff out there on the interwebs.
Yep, you can just look me up. It's either Kelly Daddy or KD Productions 87. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I've said it enough, all the things that I've been doing, for Rocky Mountain Pro. We had the honor to work with the GCW show, so that was fun. Doing a little bit of everything. We're hoping to, build and, as much as I love Rocky Mountain Pro, as much as I love Denver, I'm kind of hoping to slowly but surely start to transition into other things as well as, being involved with Rocky Mountain Pro. So If you need somebody like that, hit me up. I'm always available for stuff.
Awesome. Well, Katie, once again, thank you for coming on to the show, and I'll be seeing you this weekend.
Can't wait, man.
Once again, a big, huge thank you to KD for coming on to RMP Radio once again, and this time around, help previewing this upcoming Milestone weekend with the Colorado Cup and Milestone 11 this upcoming Friday and Saturday in Denver from the Beer Stop Lager House. Now, you want to get tickets to this event, head over to rmpwrestling.com. Click on the events link. You'll be able to purchase tickets right from there. Now, additionally, if you are not in the area, head over to twitch.tv/Rocky Mountain Pro. Throw us a subscription, and you'll be able to watch these as well. Reminder, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you do get a Twitch subscription automatically included in your membership. Now, if you are not an Amazon Prime subscriber, or if you happen to have your Twitch subscription tied somewhere else, it's a nominal fee, like $5.99 a month to watch, and it is greatly appreciated. And I highly suggest, if you are even in the area, go ahead and get a Twitch subscription to the events as well. Like I said there, alluded to with KD, you're going to miss something, and you're most likely going to want to re-watch Milestone 11 again as soon as you get home, or the next day, or after you'll be able to process what you saw maybe on Sunday. So anyways, so please do that there. If you want to help support the guys and the gals in Rocky Mountain Pro, head over to our merch store. That is rmpwrestling.com. Click on the merchandise link, or if you're in Amazon.com or in the Amazon app, search for Rocky Mountain Pro. Lots of great choices to choose from. We got hats, tote bags, pop sockets, of course, shirts of all kinds of colors and varieties. If you are in the area, you're coming to the show, please visit the merch table, help the guys and the gals out right there. It would be greatly appreciated. In the meantime, if you're listening to this before the show, you can watch all of our episodes, of course, on the twitch.tv/Rocky Mountain Pro, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Rocky Mountain Pro, of course, on the Fight Fight TV platform, whether it's Fight.tv, the Fight TV app on your mobile devices, the Fight TV channel on your Roku, and then, of course, everything you want to know about Rocky Mountain Pro, what's going on, first off at the rmpwrestling.com website, and then on the social media of the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, all of the both accounts I want you to follow. First one is the Rocky MTN Pro. Now phonetically spell that to you. Once again, that is the Rocky Mike Tango November Pro. And then, of course, also RMP on Twitch. Very good reasons to follow both of those because you'll get your full Rocky Mountain Pro experience when you do so. I want to thank you all for listening to this edition of RMP Radio, where pro wrestling is elevated.